let's talk about rider discounts. Now, this is going to be pretty interesting, but yeah, does Uber manipulate rider discounts just like they try to manipulate drivers? I
Oh,
mean,
absolutely.
clearly they do.
We have something in the works when it comes to this with a certain other YouTube channel that we did collaborate previously and broke some records with. So Uber, out of the goodness of their heart, they send me all these discounts, flash discounts, So that's from my app. This is all my app, Rider app. Savings up to 20% off. Expire soon. Order yourself a trip. Request your ride. Be on your way. Offer is applied. Maximum $10 off per ride. So the other morning, I'm driving, actually. I'm waiting. So I go, let me test this thing. Let me see what this is all about. So simultaneously, this is like 5:30, I think, what is it? Yeah, 5:11 in the morning. See those screenshots, Chris? They're both 5:11. So I made sure I take the screenshot like almost simultaneously on both apps for my passenger side. So I go, okay, let me see what this thing is. So I order a trip to Burbank Airport from my house, which is about 12, 15 miles, right? Same place, pick up, same place, drop off. And look what Uber does. Look what Uber does, right? Uber pumps that trip up to 39, what is it? 38.98. And then it gives you the discount to go down to 31. While on Lyft, without discounts, I can do this trip, pay for this trip as a rider for $30.88. What do you think, Chris? Do you think there's algorithmic shenanigans happening on the rider side as well as the driver side? Because we've proven the driver side a million times already. So, but I think this should be the next. Yeah. This should be the next shoe that drops.
I mean, come on, this is like marketing 201, where you put your Black Friday deals out on Friday, and it's like, oh, you pull the thing back at Walmart. And you're like, wait a minute, that is the regular price, and you're telling me this is the Black Friday price where I'm saving $500? No. So, they're absolutely manipulating the price. The problem is because there is no real set price. It's whatever it is at the moment that you open up your app and type it in when they feed you what the prices are. So, yeah, they could say that you're saving 20%, but in reality, you're not saving anything. Maybe they're even paying. Maybe it's even more than the regular rate.
It is. Look at Lyft. I could do Lyft and save myself an extra 30 cents.
But they always have a price discrepancy between them.
You never
see them write that. But what I'm saying is, like, even the discounted rate could be higher than a normal rate.
Oh, sure.
Where there wasn't a discount. So let's say you open up the Uber app and it didn't show that 20% promo, and it just showed, a normal rate. It might, instead of being 31.18 for that ride, it might be 30.15 or 30.88, like Lyft. Yeah. Who knows?
No, my point was that, like, we're going to work on this, and we're going to have to do this because there are 162 million MAPCs. It's called monthly active paying customers on Uber's platform. Okay. And we only have like 4 million drivers in the US, somewhere in that range. So who's getting gypped more? I think the rider is getting screwed more, well, as much, if not more, than the driver is. Okay. So when you guys see this, riders, when you see this, don't buy it, don't believe it. Still check Lyft, because that 20% discount is a.
Oh, what do you think I'm going to do when I get to LAX tomorrow?
Oh,
I'm going on both apps to see who's cheaper. Whoever's cheaper is the one who's getting the ride.
Yeah, and then once you use it, what's going to happen is, after we're done, I don't want to kill the business of some driver from LAX, but I'm going to tell you what to do so you don't pay the LAX rip you a new one price on Uber. Okay, you're going to save $30 by just doing that. But so what do you guys think? Do you guys think Uber plays with the numbers on the rider side as well? I think they do. I think they 100% do.
One thing I always say is work smarter, not harder. If you aren't using the Solo app, then you may be working harder. So let's change that. Download the app, link your accounts where you can manage your income, track your expenses, and project your taxes. Not only that, but you can plan by optimizing your time, make more, and even guarantee your daily pay with guaranteed earnings. Download Solo and begin to work smarter, not harder today. Link is in the description. All right, let's get back to it.
And
of course they do. Again, that's the whole problem, is that there's no set price. There's no set like time distance rate or anything. Like you don't see on the side of a taxi, it's $3 for the first, to get in, and then like every quarter mile or whatever, it's, an extra 35 cents or whatever it might be. You don't have that in these apps, so they can just arbitrarily pick a number, and that's where they're at. So they're probably going to test it, and then it's the same thing where on the driver's side, they're trying to figure it out algorithmically wise. Where will this driver accept that ride? That's where we're going to get it, try to get them as cheap as possible, whether it's, sending it to the massive drivers or saying, hey, we need this driver to drive something, so what's the minimum we can get him to accept this particular ride at, and then do that. And then on the flip side, they're doing the exact same thing. Well, now we know all of what the driver's looking at, or what the passenger's looking at. They're at the airport, or they're at a bar, or wherever they are. So, we can use that information to arbitrarily change the numbers of what the cost of the ride will be at the time that you're ordering it. So every single time you go online and look at a ride from point A to point B, whether it's the same point A and point B, you're going to see different numbers every single time. You're never going to see the exact same price.
Yeah. But my whole thing in this was, don't show me the discount if the discount's meaningless. Now, if the trip was $31.80, and I know at regular times this trip is about $31. I've checked it before. Don't bump it up to $38, $39, and then give me the 20% discount and then make it look like it's okay, because I think that's almost false advertising to a point. But we'll see. We need to.
Well, I think in this particular case, yeah, it could be false advertising. But like when you're looking at, say, at a store that has fixed pricing, it's a little different, because you have the manufacturer's suggested retail price, which is the MSRP. You have the actual sale price. You have the minimum sale price. There's a lot of different things that go into the pricing structure of a particular item. So yeah, you could see something like, okay, so I'll use this as an example. B&H, I get their emails all the time because I buy a lot of camera equipment from them. Today, when they got the thing, the email, it says save $6,000. I'm like, oh, I couldn't click that thing faster, the email, to see what you could save $6,000 on. So they have the Canon C500 Mark II, which is a really nice camera. It's a professional grade cinema camera, and it's definitely a very mid-tier. It's not top tier, it's not an ARRI, it's not a Sony Venice, but it's a mid-tier quality camera. And there's a lot of shakeup in the cinema entry level cameras in that. And so yeah, they're giving it off $6,000 to $5,000. So you could pick up a brand new C500 Mark II for $5,000 instead of 11 or 1200 that it's, or 11 or 12,000 that it's normally at. So like things like that, yeah, that's probably big. But when it comes to things like this, where it's arbitrary numbers, yeah, they're definitely playing the numbers, and they're making it seem like, hey, if you don't get this deal now, you're not going to be able to get it. But I don't need a ride right now, so why would you give me that?
We'll see. We'll test it and we'll figure that out.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club, with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.